Good morning. So I've just been getting a few jobs done here in the vegetable garden. Done some watering, taken some Chinese greens up to my chickens that were full of caterpillars, and now I'm just going to cut down these sugar snap peas and harvest the last of the pods because they are done. And it is time to get them out and let the snake beans that we've planted below them grow up. After getting all the jobs done down in the vegetable garden this morning, my next job is to start another round of seeds. Hopefully we don't have too many noises interrupting this video. My neighbours are building a chicken coop, so hopefully we can get this video done in between their grinding and drilling and whatever else they're up to. So this is my seed collection here, and the things that I want to start today are succession sowing things. So I think I've explained before in other videos that we seem to have a bit of a hard time growing zucchinis here because of the powdery mildew. And I'm trying this year two things. One, I'm trying to just succession sow and have new seedlings ready to go as the old ones die out. And secondly, I'm trying to spray them with potassium bicarbonate to hopefully keep the powdery mildew to a minimum. Seems to be helping a bit. I don't think it is like a perfect solution, but if it helps a bit, then that's great. What I'm going to start today, this is the tray that I'm going to start today. This is all I want to start. I don't really want to be managing a huge amount of seedlings again at this point. So I'm going to fill this up, send this up to the grow light that I've got upstairs, start them out, and then we'll put them outside under some sort of possum protection to grow on for a little while before we need them in the garden. So first I guess I've got to figure out what we're going to plant. So definitely, like I said, I want some more zucchinis and probably some more cucumbers. My cucumbers are doing really well. They're down producing down there already. But the second lot that I planted got destroyed by possums pretty soon after they were planted, and they are recovering very slowly, so I'm hopeful we might get something from them, but probably good to have another lot started just in case. Would like to get some more spring onions started. Oh yes, I do have some seeds left. Cool, so we'll do another round of spring onions. I've kind of been succession sowing those as well, so I've got some up in the herb planter that are doing really, really well, and then I've planted some more down in the vegetable garden that are a few weeks behind that. So this will be a few weeks behind those ones again, and hopefully we'll be in spring onions for ages. So what else do I need? These are like watermelons and things, which I've got started down there and they're doing really well. Corn, I'm not doing corn this year. It's very, very hard for us to grow corn here with our cockatoo population. They just destroy them. So until I can figure out a way to sort of grow them in some sort of enclosed, protected environment, I'm not going to do them, even though homegrown corn is delicious. So these are some flowers. I am going to need something to replace my snapdragons in my pots when they peter out, but you know what, I'll probably just go to the nursery and pick out something that looks pretty rather than trying to grow them myself. These are all our root veg, which we won't be planting any more of these until closer to autumn. Tomatoes, don't need any more tomatoes. Some more flowers. Greens, what have we got? I could do some more lettuce, even though it is getting pretty hot already. Like, it's getting really hot really quickly. I think Thursday is supposed to be 35 degrees. So lettuce doesn't like that. But maybe I can find a little shady spot to grow them in. I also had a thought that maybe I could take my grow light downstairs into the laundry, which always stays a lot cooler than outside in the rest of the house. Maybe I could grow lettuce under a grow light during summer. So maybe we should start some lettuce and see if we can have a go at that. I've got 3 different lettuces there, so we could start those. Not going to bother with spinach or Swiss chard until it starts cooling down again at the end of, what's this one? Oh, little gem. Okay. Probably use those ones up instead of the newer seeds. So let's try that. Celery. I never put any celery in this year, so we'll just probably have to buy some. I really only need like 1 celery plant because we don't need a huge amount of celery. Then we've got capsicums and chilies, which I've got all of the ones that I've got seeds for started already. They're down in the garden. I might like to get a few more varieties to put down there, but I think I'll have to go to a nursery to get those. And then we've got peas and beans. So I've just planted snake beans in the vegetable garden, direct sowed those. And we have a heap of bush beans already down there. I don't have any space for any more beans at the moment, so I think we will leave these. Oh, edamame. I wonder if there's any way we could stick some edamame. When are we supposed to sow these? Oh no, apparently you grow them in autumn. Okay, we will try them when it cools down. So I think really what we're going to be sowing today is zucchinis, cucumbers, and spring onions and lettuce. Cool. Cucumbers. I'm going to grow the Redlands Long White cucumber that was developed in an area called the Redlands, not far from where we live, so it usually does really well here. I had a lot of trouble in the last year or so trying to get this to germinate. I bought new seed and I got some to germinate. They are the ones that I put into the vegetable patch only a couple of weeks ago, and they got destroyed by the possums. They are starting to regrow a little, so I'm hoping I will get something from them, but let's start some more and hopefully we can get something. And then just some burpless cucumbers. Let's start some of those. Okay, zucchinis. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different varieties here. I don't think I'm going to start the golden zucchini this time because we've got a few of those already down in the garden. I'm going to try some more of these zucchini cocozelles. I'm going to give it another shot to see if I can get these zucchini rondinis to actually germinate and grow. Had no luck. So we'll give that another go. And we've got zucchini black coral improved. So we will try those ones as well. So this one is a 55-day maturity, this one's 50 days, and the zucchini cocozelle 65 days. Okay, so different range there. Let's just get sowing. And we've got the couple of lettuces that I mentioned. The varieties are yellow leaf, which is an Australian variety and it's supposed to be better in heat. Red oak leaf lettuce, and I think this is little gem. Yes, little gem. That's what we're going to grow in the lettuces. My trays here full of potting mix. I've gone away from using seed raising mix and have just gone to potting mix because I had no luck in getting good seedlings with seed raising mix. They would come up, they would germinate fine, but then they would go all yellowy and just not really grow, and I think it's just because there's no nutrients in that. And this is full of fertilizer and that sort of thing, and they just seem to be doing a lot better. Oop, get seeds going everywhere. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Been making labels this way this year because I just had a heap of these labels lying around the house. I have no idea where they came from, but I figured I should use them up. And so I've just been sort of making my own little labels. So it's been an interesting start to our spring summer season. Feels like we're just skipping spring and going straight to summer. Like I said, we're going to be 35 degrees here on Thursday, and then it is dropping back down. We're going to have cooler temperatures again, but we've been averaging sort of the high 20s anyway. Oops, what am I doing? Which one's this? Oh no, that's right. So I've just finished ripping out the snow peas and the sugar snap peas. They are completely done. It is way too hot for them now. Possum protection we have put on our beds seems to be working. Of course, they have then just moved on to other things. So the bed that had never been touched, which has the sweet potatoes and our tomatoes and a couple of other little things like beetroot and that, they've now got into that bed, of course. So I don't think I can cover that one completely though, because I've got things that are going to be trailing out of the bed. Anyway, we'll just do what we can, see if we can get things to grow despite the pressure from our little possum friends. And I guess overseas, those people who are in northern parts of the world, you're all finishing up your growing seasons and going into autumn. How did your gardens go? And were you pleased with everything? And what was your biggest challenge? I'd love to hear. Kind of funny watching people grow in those climates that are different to ours, because we pretty well grow all year round here. Things slow down in the winter, but we can still grow. And some things actually do better in our winters. So we never really get an off season. There's always something that you can be doing in the garden in the depths of summer, when it is 40 degrees and everything is dying from heat stress. That's probably our most off time. But at that point you're then watching the weeds just go out of control. So well, that's it. We've got a whole tray planted. I'm going to take them upstairs and put them on the heat mat with the grow light, and we'll see if we can get these guys started and growing on as replacements for those that are already in the garden. It is an exciting time of year here with the start of our main growing season, and things are already exploding with growth, which is very exciting. So I can't wait to take you along as we grow our vegetable garden this year, and I hope you will join me on the next video. See you guys.